Hello everyone and welcome back to the Summit 2 by G2Way.com, the America Division. We're in day number 6 of America Action, and joining me by my side remotely for all the action is none other than Mr. Stiffboard himself, F4L Dota. My friend, how you doing? You hanging in there? First game, it was a
real nail biter.
It was a game. It was Dota. It was an appetizer for the real entree to come,
definitely
right?
I don't know if it was a Dota game.
Okay. I was hoping, I mean, not going to lie, I mean, with a full stay-free roster, it could have made for a great storyline, you know, Trout being there, you know, a lot of former Han players, you know, there was, you know, notes about how, you know, Trout and Swindle had a bit of a bitter history together. Could have made for a great time, but unfortunately, we don't get to see that. Trout had internet issues, Demon wasn't around, and, well, they tried to make something happen with the stand-ins, and it just kind of fell pretty damn short. But with that said, we got that one out of the way, and we got a big one right here, though. Sneaky Nyx Assassins taking on NaviUS, and you know, typically when you see these two matchups, like, okay, great, two big teams, like some of the bigger teams here, maybe like, you know, the 1.5/2 tier teams going toe-to-toe should be a great one, but when you see these rosters, it gets a lot more interesting, right? I mean, look at this. We got everyone all over the place now. Look who's on the side, and trust me, they didn't swap things up. That is indeed Ush on the side of NaviUS, and that is Brax on the side of the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. What the hell has happened in the past few weeks?
Could be a bit of a grudge match.
Yeah, this is the spicy match we've been waiting for. So, for anyone who doesn't really know exactly what's happening, there had been rumors, as Ush had already put it out publicly on his Twitter, that he is no longer playing with the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. And now, you know, with the rumors that have already been said, this, you know, could very well confirm he is now going to be a part of NaviUS as their point man, as you see him down there at the bottom. Brax, who had been jumping around already what seems like 3 different teams, is now a part of Sneaky Nyx Assassins as their middle player. So we have Brax, who started on NaviUS, ventured out, was briefly on like Gerg Squad / Ham Ham Clubhouse, now ventured back here. Ush was one of the pioneers of the original Sneaky Nyx Assassins when they were the Wild Witch Doctors, along with SNA himself. Now they're not even a part of the team anymore, and SNA's quickly becoming like a reincarnation of Liquid / you know, Whitebeard and Brax now.
Yep. And I mean, honestly, Ham Ham's Clubhouse, to be fair, isn't really a real team. They're sort of just like friends playing together in tournaments. I mean, they like scrim very occasionally.
Yeah.
But
they're trying
I think
to,
Brax
you know,
had an opportunity to join SNA, so I think just it's a better place. Even if he doesn't end up on SNA as a permanent member, it's just a place where he can practice at a higher level and more regularly, I think. So
I agree, but you know, I think that these two teams are still going to be very, very strong and could still be very good contenders here for one of the top 4 spots, especially with their new bring-ins, I guess, their new talent that's arrived. I'm really anxious to see. NaviUS have had their strong 3 for quite a while, and ever since the departure of Brax and Theban, or 1437, they've been trying to find a new formula or something that works. And getting a hold of Ush, who's been a very strong up-and-comer point man, you know, that's a huge grab for them. And Brax, we saw him do tremendous mid-game play on some of the other teams, almost nearly bringing back some of the, you know, the losses that were there for the Ham Ham squad, and now he gets to find a home here on the SNA squad. This is going to be great. And then just to add the cherry on top, this might be, like you said, a bit of a grudge match. You know, these teams are looking at each other. They've switched rosters, and you know, for Ush's debut performance in NaviUS to be going against Sneaky Nyx Assassins is quite a treat.
Yeah. And then if we look, well, I was just going to transition into the draft a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, you got to get down to business. I understand, you know, Mr. Suke over here. All right, fine. Let's go. Into it we go. Zeus is going to pick up second. We saw Korok previously played in the mid lane and did huge damage with it, but they kind of grabbed it early,
10
so that's a
seconds
bit concerning
remaining.
case. But they also grabbed it with an Ember Spirit, so that's weird.
I think they really like
turn
Zeus
to
as
pick.
a hero. I know Korok really likes playing it mid. And I imagine it does pretty well against Phantom Assassin. You need heroes that have strong magical damage against PA, or even, well, you can do physical damage as long as it's spells. But the 50% evasion just gives so much effective HP to this
Yeah.
hero. I think it's really important to have strong nukes.
10 seconds
Either, albeit
remaining.
magic or physical, it doesn't really matter, but you just need strong nukes against this hero.
5
Well, Zeus
seconds
is
So I really like
the,
the Zeus and Ember. I mean, both these heroes have insane magical burst
Crystal
damage.
Oh,
And they're gonna go with the CM
Dire
to,
team pick.
keep their mana levels high.
I feel like I always see an Ember Spirit and Crystal Maiden now just hand in hand. That could be the mana dependency already
Yeah.
built up from Ember and Zeus, obviously, that she'll be able to help with. But I have also seen pretty frequently now a Crystal Maiden kind of run with like a dual mid lane action along with someone like Ember Spirit, because the additional lockdown on top of chains and the little bit of creep wave clearing that can happen with her nuke works very nicely together,
NaviUS's
and she can
turn
always
to
just kind of
pick.
linger nearby in that neutral camp and take advantage of her frostbite, and that does a little bit more damage now on
Yeah.
those creeps, so she can farm up a little easier. We've even seen some Crystal Maidens even get the Midas build again, so it's been
Yeah.
a bit crazy. And
Pretty much always see Midas, I think, on
yeah,
CMs.
now definitely with her coming back into the game, she was notoriously being like the worst support. Dumb as a rock. Her intel was pitiful. She moves like a frickin'
I mean,
slug.
it still is.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
10
she's still not the
seconds
smartest kid
remaining.
on the block.
still kind
but,
of dumb.
Dumble on, you
Not
know,
as
that's
smart
what they
as her
say.
sister.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it is what it is. But hey, Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they're going for that typical damage synergy. They get
Reserve
Magnus here for
time.
the potential
5
mid lane
seconds
grab, so that
remaining.
Empower kind of goes hand in hand with PA. I
Dire
wonder if they're going to
team
follow up with a
pick.
Wisp and just kind of get the whole kit and caboodle. No, they're not. Omni Knight going to be the first
Omni
one.
Knight.
NaviUS's
That's a free
turn
BKB
to
early
ban.
on for your Phantom Assassin. That's pretty nice.
I like this. This PA Omni. What? They can't deal with that right now. They have nothing to deal with that, actually. This Omni Knight and PA have a good start. I mean, they're going to
10
have a
seconds
repelled,
remaining.
empowered Phantom Assassin running around. What do they do to
5
that? They have
seconds
absolutely
remaining.
no physical damage right now until late game with Ember Spirit.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Reserve
really
time.
nervous for NaviUS right now. This Omni Knight pick was very intelligent.
Well, maybe they can call a
Dire
late
team
audible. I'm not a
ban.
big fan of support Zeus, but they can always kind of roll with something like that and then have a late game potential here with their
Yeah.
5th pick. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think support Zeus is an option this game. Typically because Zeus is a greedy support
10
and Crystal
seconds
Maiden is
remaining.
also a greedy support. So there wouldn't be really space for both of these heroes in the
5
same game
seconds
being ran as
remaining.
support.
Understand? I'm just spitballing, my friend. We'll never know what's inside
Maybe
the
a
head,
Visage?
but maybe someone can get Diffusal or something at least and make it work for the
Yeah,
better.
who gets Diffusal this game too?
Man, oh man.
They're just gonna have to like buy a Diffusal on a random hero unless they last pick something. I mean,
Diffusal
it's honest.
Centaur.
It's not even that bad. Like honestly, just getting a Diffusal on a hero that normally doesn't go Diffusal isn't the worst thing ever. And how does Diffusal work with Ember Spirit? Do you know? Like with Sleight of Fist?
Why are you asking me this?
Because
man?
he's a
Are you
melee
kidding me right now?
hero. Do orbs work? I don't know that. Like I don't play the hero personally.
I mean, I'm
so.
sure the damage works and the right click will. You mean on top of like
I mean
Sleight
the
of
feedback.
Fist?
Like the feedback, does it work with Sleight of Fist?
Oh,
Maybe the
that's a
chat
great
can
question. I
answer
don't even know if
this.
I've even seen an Ember pick up a Diffusal in a
Navi
Yeah,
game
maybe
ever.
Turn
I
to
can
pick.
ask someone.
There he goes, typing away to his outside source. And they're gonna be like,
Just
"What the hell are
asking
you?"
my
They're gonna
team.
be like, "What are you smoking? Diffusal on Ember Spirit?" Like, for all you fucking crazy?
I've lost it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even then, that's a bit of a stretch. I mean, we'll see if that's something they consider, but I'm sure they're going to be just as perplexed by this Omni Knight grab, because I agree with you. They don't have a whole lot really to contest it. They're going to need
10
something to shut him
seconds
down.
remaining.
I mean,
So-
it's too late now for grabbing something like a Shadow Demon even, to try to
5
purge away
seconds
any
remaining.
potential there, but it's a Murana that's going to be grabbed out, so...
Dire team pick.
It still could very well be just more of a core Zeus and Mirana. This could just be a support to go side by side. I mean, still, the Frostbite Arrow combo does work. We've seen it done before, and it can definitely have some promise follow-up. Global presence with Stampede is always nice. They already have the Horse God on their side. I believe that they're still rolling with these new role get-ups. Snake King's their new off-lane position, so he'll be the Centaur. Osh is taken over as the point man, the number
10
1.
seconds
Korok would still
remaining.
be the mid laner and would probably... either
5
play
seconds
Ember or
remaining.
could play the Zeus once more in the mid lane, but Zeus against Magnus could be a bit scary.
Reserve
So
time.
I'm not really sure. And then on the side of Sneaky Nick Assassins as well, this PA could still be a mid laner, but Magnus more than likely will be the one to hold that position. Now that leaves a secondary support that they could go for right here. And to just kind of secure this on out, I mean, they could consider going probably something a bit more greedy if they wanted. No, it's going to be a Bane. All right. Huh?
I don't know about the Bane pick. I would have liked to see a support that can... I know why they picked it. They want to be able to have control for the Ember Spirit and the Centaur when they go in, but...
Yeah. You probably
I
want
would like
someone
to
who
see
added more to the
something-
RP, maybe?
No, I just want to see something that's a bit stronger early game, like with better zoning potential. I don't think Bane does very well against Centaur in lane.
No.
So Bane might have a difficult time zoning the Centaur, as well as... I mean, the hero can't really roam, but then again, they have an Omni Knight, so maybe they're just saying, we're just gonna, stay in our lanes, get our levels.
Yeah.
I think on Sneaky Nyx Assassins just have to worry about not losing all their lanes.
Yeah.
If they come out of the early
10
game even,
seconds remaining.
that's a massive victory for them, because, like I said, this PA with
seconds
Repel
remaining.
and Empower is just gonna do work. Like,
Yeah.
there's almost no solution for them right now.
It's interesting. I mean, it's pretty clear that on the side of the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, we might not see any sort of early game aggression. But oh, did you find
They're
out?
gonna go with the bottom is a core for the defusal. So way 2 is a Zeus. This is so greedy.
Well, FRL. Well. Look who's wrong again. I'm just kidding.
That's a lot of greed.
I mean, I imagine that just seeing it as it is, and Potom can be a defusal holder. So I'm thinking that might be what's up on the dot. Ush actually picks up the Mirana. Oh man, I haven't seen him play this hero in quite a while, but I'm excited for this one, man. This is probably the biggest match I was anticipated for today on the docket. So I'm looking forward to this. A regular grudge match, they pretty much each team sporting someone from the other. Maybe information might be exchanged. Who really knows how it's going to work out to their favor? And without further ado, I mean, I don't know. I got to theory craft something. Captains have probably also changed quite a bit. Drafting styles, roles have definitely changed. I mean, they're pretty much a whole new team than what they once were, I guess. So that theory kind of can go out the window. But let's just kind of get into the game, F4L, please. Don't be too judgy. Let's go ahead and lead things off. NaviUS on your Radiant side. It's going to be snaking in his new position as an offlaner. He's going to be playing your horse god Brad, the Centaur War Runner. And it looks like he might be accompanied here. Way Too Sexy is lingering nearby on the sexy but ugly model of Zeus. Mid lane, it is going to be Korok on the Ember Spirit along the bottom. It's Ush, the newest hire to NaviUS, at least for the time being. Who knows if it's going to be in concrete or not, but he's playing your core Mirana, and that leaves Fogged as the pretty little Crystal Maiden.
The battle begins.
And then on the side of Nyx Assassins, or Sneaky Nyx Assassins, we have TC playing the position 1 Phantom Assassin in the safe lane, being supported by Whitebeard on the Omni Knight and Fluff and Stuff on the Bane. In the mid lane, we're going to have Brax playing Magnus. I think it's one of his favorite heroes. And then in the off lane, we're going to have IX Mike playing Nature's Prophet.
How many times has he played this frickin' Nature's Prophet, man? I must say at least like the last 3 or 4 games he's been playing.
I think he likes Nature's Prophet and Bat right now in the off lane. Those are his two.
I mean, he's been doing some good work. He always has a questionable early game, but his contribution seems to come out pretty strong in the mid to late game, and he definitely loves to rotate, whether that's throwing himself into the back end of a fight that could go wrong or just making the right call. I mean, I was going to say before the game had started, their early game aggression isn't necessarily going to be the best as far as roaming around and ganking, but they always do have that Nature's Prophet globally in case there is going to be a quick pickoff. So I'm curious to see how either team's going to look to make something happen. It is going to be pressure here on Mike. If he gets caught out with the back end of a frostbite, he could eat an arrow right up the ass, and that would be unfortunate.
Pretty funny shenanigans going on. Arrow almost.
I wonder if there's
going to
be all chat this game. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't really be surprised if we're going to get that extra bit of spice.
And Way 2 actually starts in the top lane. He started with 2 clarities, and he was just up there spamming arc lightnings, trying to help making, get some early experience. As he is level 2, he was able to get pretty much free EXP the first couple of waves.
The support Zeus, man. I mean, I'm with you. It's got a stigma already as it is. Just the hero needs a lot of levels. Otherwise, he doesn't really end up contributing a whole lot.
I think support Zeus can work. but he has to have access to all pulls.
Yeah.
Like, he's super greedy as a support. He really needs the level 6. Once he gets level 6, I think the hero is exceptionally strong as a support hero. You can just have global ganks,
Yeah.
and
He has a window to make it work, but with the other team having access to repel and maybe some potential BKBs even that could come out on PA as well, his outburst of damage could be nerfed quite a bit in the late game. But there is a window of opportunity in the mid game for him to really dish out some huge damage and make it work. But look who's on the run right here. It's Fluff, but he also sees way too Zeus. And, oh, he gets the sap off in time. Oh, man, Snake King goes down. They do get redemption, but it's the Nyx assassins who profit from the first blood bonus.
Is over.
that was a huge kill for Fluff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think this Bane can do very much as far as like zoning and controlling the top lane. But I mean, he just picks up a DD, Snake King lingers around a little too long, gets nightmared, right-clicked about 5 times, and then he tries for the kill with way too. Maybe got a little bit baited, but
Yeah.
good kill for way too. I mean, for Fluff and stuff.
Yeah, nice early grab for him. It was looking pretty rough for him, and they managed to pull it out. And Fluff is now smoked up and going towards his mid lane pretty quickly. And he's going to get to sleep. Yeah, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to skew him all the way back. It's not going to put him close enough to the tower, but it's enough for him to have a hard time getting back to his safe side. And one more right click. Boom! And now Fluff has 2 kills on his Bane. Nice work so
He
far.
almost lived.
You did almost live.
So I guess that was the idea with the Bane pick. They're just going to roam.
Yeah,
this
FRL,
mid lane a lot.
Mr. I don't know how much Bane can offer in the early
Well,
game. Looks like you're wrong again.
I was more concerned about this Centaur just having too good of a time. But it
No, I
looks like
understand.
Omni isn't prioritizing pulls as much. He's prioritizing zoning and just right-clicking the Centaur as much as you can.
Also looks like
Which-
Mike's not having the good time in his offlane. He has forfeited it for now and has moved on to the jungle, at least find some reliable farm and XP for himself. And that, of course, will leave Ush the opportunity to farm on up. He's lead CS right now at 22-8, but the NaviUS squad are going to be reaching right at this point now for hopefully getting a kill on their side. But we still see Fluff changing all about. Oh, wow, an invis room. Don't put good use of that as he immediately takes it towards the top lane. Snake could be in trouble if he gets a bit overconfident in this lane. Does pull out the hoof stomp to run on out. And also, Mike get a commit for this one. They have 4 here now to take down Centaur. And also a rotation to come from Fog, but it's a little too late. He might have just came in and just fed himself over, and he did. Oh, Fluff now with the double kill. This is the most farm Bane I've ever seen in my goddamn life. He's 4-1 now. Woo! One more auto attack would have taken him down. But still, Nyx Assassins coming out on top huge in the early game.
I can't. Tranquil Boots Bane. This hero uses so much mana. Why would you not get mana boots? I don't think I've ever seen Tranquil Boots on this hero.
Well, I mean,
I've seen brown boots a couple times, like into a force step on a support Bane. I don't think I've ever seen Tranquil Boots.
he likes the move speed or something. Maybe they just like look more stylish. It'll make it work.
Oh, his
Meanwhile,
Korok gets RP'd in the mid lane.
yeah, he did. Korok stuck by the tower, eating huge damage. He might go down as well. Way too shows up. Please stop hurting my friend. Turns back, big nuke damage, and takes him down. Ooh, nice catch off there on Brax. The rotation in from Zeus aids his Korok buddy.
It's a big rotation for Zeus.
Yeah.
Zeus has 2 kills. Those way too's finding a way to make this, I would say, roaming Zeus work.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, he's level 4. You know, he's got 900 gold. He's almost got his arcane boots and bottle. So he's definitely playing well.
I mean, we have seen a support Zeus work before on other teams. You know, the only one that really stands out is FY playing it for.
I was just
GG Gaming,
concerned that he wouldn't have the space to make it work.
but yeah. No, I understand. You don't need to keep justifying yourself.
No.
Yeah, sometimes you never really can anticipate how the game's going to go when players can make execution errors, and some of these supports or carries start benefiting from more and more kills, or maybe profiting from side stacks or what have you, and everything just starts coming up beneficial for him. And now Snake King daggered up, moving on in his Whitebeard. He's got that 1 level in degen aura, is going to slow him down even more, but he pulls out the hoof stomp to get away.
And then if we check the difference in offlaners, it's pretty vast right now. Ike's Mike's sitting at a comfortable level 5. You know, he's getting some items, starting to work on the Orchid. And then you have Snake King, level 3, Tranquil Boots only, no extra gold. He's being forced to buy tangos because he can't deal with the constant spam of these daggers. not having a good time in this offlane.
Ooh, harassment out here from Korok onto Brax in this mid lane, but we already see Fluff. He's rotating about. He gets a nice aggressive ward down behind the tower, and he's looking for an opportunity to take down Brad once more. Snaking had already fallen twice, struggling in this offlane
Dire's
quite a
bottom
bit.
tower is under attack.
Only using the boost to try to get away, but he's going against a lot of slow. There's your dagger.
Looks
He's
like
going to
he's gonna
run
get
right into the
double.
arms. Fluff shows up through that extra little path, gets the big sap damage. That pure damage goes right through the thick skin of Brad. Now there's your sleep. Are they going to have enough to bring him down? Meanwhile, Korok also falls to Brax in the mid lane, but keeping action here. Oh, they trade off the sleep. The Moonlight Shadow is going to allow him to make his safe escape, but it's going to be too late for Korok to be able to make the same. And
I
Brax
missed that
finds...
kill mid.
Yeah, I did too. I was watching action on the top lane.
Looks like he got RP'd and then skewered
Yeah.
into the tower, and then Brax also had a DD.
You said how Brax loves this hero. He's been putting in the work already, only getting caught out one time because of the Zeus rotation. But other than that, he's really been pressuring Korok pretty hard in this mid lane. Korok at 23-2, while Brax is at 41-5. Huge, huge start right now for your Magnus in the mid lane. The beneficial lane only right now for NaviUS has been the bottom, where Ush has been mostly uncontested as far as his own farm. He's got an Aquila, he's got phase boots and 800 gold farmed up right now. I mean, we talk about already the diffusal blade being a potential investment. We'll see how long he decides to wait for that before he gets up the early foundation of possibly drums or something.
Has to be probably drums into diffusal. I would
Yeah.
think. Maybe a Yasha first.
Oh, Snake King. Might be in trouble again. Gets slowed from the dagger. Now put to sleep. Looking to rotate on in. And Mike gets off his ultimate. Hoof stomp. Nice fake back right there from TC. He's not going to be stunned about. And they take down Centaur again. That puts him at 0-3 now. It would have been 0-4 if he wasn't aided by Ush in the prior engagement, but he goes down once more. He is so far and away from getting hold of any sort of blink dagger that it's kind of ridiculous at this point. But making a move on mid lane, Brax gets chained, but he quickly skewers away. Fog's going to be trying to slow him down with that nuke, but not going to be able to get a hold of him. And Fog's also been relatively quiet this game, just kind of hunting through the jungle, maybe taking a neutral camp or two. Got himself to level 5, but as far as item investments, just simple boots and wards. Nothing too crazy for the Crystal Maiden so far.
And I think this is the problem with having such greedy supports. They can't help the Centaur. What are they gonna do? Like the CM? I mean, the CM can cast some spells top, but I don't know. They just don't have the tools right now to help the Centaur in the offlane. So it looks like he's just gonna rotate into the jungle, try to find some farm, but he doesn't even have a point in return. So how's he gonna? I mean, this jungle is gonna be very slow.
Yeah, got to start somewhere, and it looks like to take advantage of that soul lane for now is going to be way too, is put himself on the top, but he is just as easily susceptible to ganks. Speaking of which, Fluff smoked up, moving towards that area. Might cross past here. Way 2 is going to pop his smoke. They're going to see each other. Fluff not level 6 yet to make it work, but will immediately put Way 2 to sleep. Now rotation is going to be coming in. They scouted on out. They're going to pop the Moonlight Shadow, but Dust is right there. Fluff that support Dust. Oh, Shockwave not going to catch, but Mike will be able to come right in and get the quick right click to finish out what they had started. But we'll see if Navi can catch up with this Moonlight Shadow to at least get a bit of redemption. Snake King still not level 6 on his Centaur. Can't pull out, but he gets a nice hoof stomp. Mike will probably go down and will. Gets cut down like the tree man he is. And the NaviUS get themselves back with another kill. Now at only 3. Way 2 had benefited from the 2 kills prior, but Snake King desperately needed to get that one, and he does.
Yeah, he definitely needed that kill. He was only sitting at, what, like 400 life? I mean, 400
Ooh,
gold.
they want Fluff. They get slowed down from Crystal Maiden. Fluff overextends quite a bit to get that earn off. Might pay the price here. And even Way 2 pulls out the nuke. There's your ult now, finally. Snake King gets his level 6, puts the Stampede to use, but the dagger's going to slow down Korok. Can he run it away from this one? He can. Pulls himself all the way back to try to juke,
Still dead.
but he might still be in trouble. Your dagger's going to catch Blink Strike, and they do take down the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, and I was talking about how I thought NaviUS need to win these lanes for fear of what this Phantom Assassin is going to be able to do with Repel on. And so far, Nah is just playing a great game.
Yeah.
You know, they won the mid lane.
Radiant structures.
NaviUS has
is
been playing
getting
as
big
4 for the majority of this, while Ush has been continuously farming out the bottom. He, tier 1's fallen, and now he's dishing some damage here on the tier 2, but still, it's what you would imagine when most of these engagements are 4 versus 4 or 5 versus 4 for Nyx.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, but Potom isn't really the greatest hero to just rice on. Sure, getting off to a good start is definitely something he wants, but he needs to be more involved with this game.
So if they were going to consider the Naga, or not the Naga, the Mirana as their last pick as a core and someone who uses a diffusal, why didn't they go for something like a Naga? Yeah.
A good question. Maybe they were a bit scared of the PA with Empower. I think that could have been a reason, because you can just kill the illusions very rapidly.
Lush is finally trying to get something going as far as team engagement. Doesn't catch the arrow there on the mid lane and will instead fight these derpy mud golems. But yeah, I mean, something I question now.
Or they were concerned that it would be too greedy with these supports, but I don't know. I mean, he's sort of been playing basically like how a Naga would be playing.
Yeah.
So.
I know Naga is something that Ush has played quite frequently and knows how to put to good use. But it looks like for now, even a Spectre might have been I can't remember if he was banned out, but oh, RP! Oh, it's going to be 4-leg on 4-leg action as they get a nice catch. SNA desperately pulls out the Stampede, but it's not going to end up saving his life. He quickly goes down. Magnus picks up the kill, and Nyx Assassins continue to add pressure here from the north. And now look to put on some damage on this tier 2 tower. NaviUS, man, Strug City in this early game are hoping to pull something out more in the mid as it approaches. Rotation also to come. Korok pressing on forward. Can he get the catch forward? Needs the Remnant on the way in. Arrow as well. Goes right by Mike. Not going to get anyone, though, unfortunately. Repel going to be casted there on Whitebeard. It's a very short level Repel. It's only level 1, though, as he went more with the 3-1-1-1 kind of a build. And, well, they're not going to get a hold of anyone. They're on the retreat out now.
Healing and
They rotated all of their heroes except Centaur, and they can't find a single kill.
Yeah.
This is...
If only he had not used the Stampede for the defense reason at the end, and when he came back could have pulled it out. Things could have gone a little bit differently, but he thought that there might have been a small gap for him to get away.
Ash picks up the first Blade of Alacrity. I imagine they're going to get a Diffusal first. They're probably thinking to themselves, how are we going to take these fights? Because as it stands right now, I don't think they can take fights, and they should be losing all of their tier 1s and Roche, I would think, before the Diffusal comes out. I think SNA should pressure the towers with the Treants and then just 5-man.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing they can do right now to the 5-man.
Yeah, Fog's gone. Fluff runs right into him, uses his level 6, and with Brax being right there, is nothing the little lady can do. And it's an absolute slaughter as Brax picks up another sweet kill, taking advantage of that Blink Dagger. Now, he didn't go Arcane Boots, so the mana pool is not the craziest here for your Magnus, but it looks like he's going to invest in something else. He's got his staff. I imagine this is going to be a Force staff, so that will help a bit.
I would have actually liked to see TC building a Lincoln Sphere this game. I mean, he picks up an Ogre Club. I think he's going to go towards the BKB because he knows that Ush is going to be making a Diffusal first. I feel like if he goes Lincolns, they have no spells that go through Repel.
What about
the
not even Arc Lightning on Zeus?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No, nothing. If he's repelled, none of those trigger.
Oh, I thought you meant Lincolns. I thought you were still talking about
No, well, like you have to trigger the Lincolns through Repel, right?
Oh,
to
I see
him.
what you're talking about. Yes.
So
yes.
if he has, so they have nothing to trigger Lincolns while he's repelled, which means they can't take Repel off with Diffusal.
That's true.
So I would have liked to see that item this game.
Uh-oh. RP mid. They want Korok. They skewer him actually forward to Mike.
Oh, and Mike has a Orchid.
Wow. Mike's pretty farmed up right now.
15-minute offlane Orchid.
Oh, bottom lane. They want to get something. They want the little fluff. Bane might be caught out here. Fogged really low, hiding in the corner. Oh, they popped the dust, though. They're going to see Crystal Maiden, and he's going to quickly try to sap. No, he can't get it off. The burst coming out from Zeus is enough to quickly save his life. And Fluff is going to go down.
Look how tanky Fluff is.
Fluff ate a lot.
Fluff is just so tanky right now.
Top tower is under attack.
Only the Urn and Tranquils. Is it really the armor that's helping that much? He's at 10 armor.
Yeah, it's the armor, and then, I mean, Bane has incredible base strength. Probably the highest for any support besides Ogre, I would think.
Bane's pretty swole. Nice. Good to know.
Oh. He has like great stat gain for all of his stats. I think even his, I know his intelligence is good. I'm not sure about his agility, but I imagine it's good. I know that he's like considered the highest stat.
I mean, just for comparison, you can look at like Crystal Maiden, who's also level 7. She's at 26, 26, 33. You look at Bane, he's at 35 all the way around. So pretty
crazy.
Smart, pretty smart, agile, and buff guy, I guess, for an intel hero.
And he's solo smoked up right now in the bot lane. Probably going to
creeping.
look for a pickoff.
Yeah, he's got Fiend's Grip
And
again.
just grip into Fury on relocate or TP.
Maybe hoping to get a hold of either the Zeus or Crystal Maiden lingering in the jungle still, but they're not going to be around, so the smoke is not going to come out to anything. Unfortunately, he'll just kind of still linger. And touching base with the core on the side of the Nyx Assassins here. TC trying to finish out that BKB. Still only has the Ogre Club and nearly 1k gold. And it looks like Mike finishes out, upgrades his shoes to Power Treads. Right clicks could be very nice, and he's looking to make a big team impact now, as he's already done time after time here.
Radiant's
Only
middle
1-1 as
tower
far as
is
his own
under
personal
attack.
stats, but he's been assisting quite a bit. He might be in trouble now as they press on in.
Yeah, he's
Oh, quick
Oh.
Orchid. Nice prevention of the hoof stomp, but that's not going to stop the arrow, and Ush quickly cleans him up. So Ush finally gets himself on the board. He's 1-0-0, but they use that Stampede to quickly retreat away as they see the rotations to come. Brax was leading out the charge right there, but couldn't catch up. So
Radiant's
a nice hit and
bottom
run
tower
coming
is
out from
under
NaviUS.
I feel like SNA are misplaying this a little bit. Like we saw top lane, Navi has no
Oh,
answer for the
Korok.
5-man.
Wow. Sorry, he almost got caught out. Fiend's Grip would have locked him in his place, but he quickly remnants out.
They probably wouldn't
Radiant's
have
bottom
stayed even if
tower
he got
is
gripped,
under
I think,
attack.
because there was too much TP support.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, when we saw top, they pushed on the tier 1 tower, and even, you know, they started pressuring the tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
NaviUS had no response to their push. I'm not entirely
middle
sure
tower
why they're
is
not just
under attack.
pressuring this mid and bot tower.
Yeah, they're all still standing. For a team that has a reasonable amount of push power, you know,
Yeah,
with
they
Nature's
have the
Prophet
Fury
there.
on treants.
Yeah, there's only
Dire's
one
middle
tier tower
tower
taken
is under
down, so
attack.
objectives are still out
Radiant's
there.
top tower
But you could
is
say the
under
same,
attack.
obviously, for NaviUS. They've only taken one tower as well, but NaviUS has been behind for the most of this game, so they have plenty of gold to also grab. Uh-oh, way too. Oh! Gets a skewer from the high ground right there. Moonlight Shadow is going to have to save him. Fluff pushes forward. Oh, he went right into an arrow! Oh, my goodness. Gets caught out. Bursted down. Guardian Angel is going to be forced to draw out the first time this game, and it will save his life. Fluff was desperate to get in there and get a dust off, but took an arrow to the face. Conveniently, Ush throws out a secondary arrow. Not going to catch that time, and Way2 is going to live on to fight another day.
That was a really unfortunate arrow.
Yeah.
He got arrowed mid force staff.
Oh.
If you saw it, like, the arrow wasn't where he ended with the force staff, it was
It's
like
just
right
mid.
in between. That was pretty funny. Really. I would say it was a bit lucky, but
Radiant's middle tower is
sometimes
for
luck's better
them.
than skill.
Arrow again, not going to catch. Looking to press behind the tower. Blink RP. Catches here on Fogged, and, well, the Crystal Main goes down at the expense of that big ultimate, but Snaking gets cut out with the Fiend's Grip, gets quickly taken down. The Stampede going to be used to get away from this one. Now Ush, under pressure, uses the leap, goes right into the trees to hide out behind. And Nyx Assassins realizing they might be overextending, but they're still trying to finish that tier 1 tower. And they do get it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Korok throws out a bit of harassment there, but regardless, Nyx grab a hold of a support grab as well as that tier 1.
Yeah.
They come out on top of the end of it, and it looks like they will pull back with what they got.
I definitely feel like this is what they need to do.
Yeah.
Look for a pickoff around a tower and then just take the tower. I mean, they can either do that or they can just 5-man it.
And it looks
But
like
Mirana is really close to the Diffusal Blade. I honestly thought that they were going to get all the tier 1s and a Roshan before the Diffusal Blade was completed. But
well, you thought wrong. I'm kidding, of course. It looks like Nyx Assassins, though, are going to be heeding your advice, because it looks like they were already going to start heading towards bottom. At least it looked like it as they turn back for now. But still tier 1 on the bottom, only at about half life. Should be an easy, quick grab for him if they want to make a move there. Korok has not been having the best time this game. He's not finding the kills. Instead, he's getting killed quite frequently. 0-4.
is he also going to go Diffusal Blade?
I don't
He has a
know.
Blade of Alacrity.
Maybe.
I usually don't see Yasha's unless he wants to go a Manta for the Orchid Silence. I've seen that a couple times. I think it's pretty decent. But at the same time, there's just so much coming out. I mean, if he ever gets gripped, he's just dead anyways. So I'm not sure that I going a Manta.
Uh-oh. They want Korok again. And Fluff's
I
moving in.
think.
If he gets this Fiend's Grip.
Dire's
Oh, the
middle
Fiend's Grip's actually on
tower is
Maybe
cooldown.
under
not.
attack.
No, he doesn't have it. He moves right to the north. Looks like Orchid is already used, and he's going to quickly jump out. That was a lot of rotation to get a hold of Korok, and they're not going to grab him. So 3 commit all day towards this top lane, and the Ember Spirit will find his way out and back towards mid lane. And it looks like they're going to pop out the ultimate. Bottom lane is where they're going for Brax, and they get it done. Fog puts out the big ultimate right there. to aid with the extra bit of damage with Snake King. And they take down Brax. I think that was Brax's first time dying. No, his second, but still. A nice grab there on your Magnus in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, top lane, we're going to see more action here. Us shows up. Moonlight Shadows popped. He takes down Fluff like that. Now turns his attention towards Whitebeard and pulls out the heal. And it looked like he had the repel also on Ush. That was a bit weird. But Ush turns back. Arrow. He's going to sidestep it. But continues to press forward with the right click. And it's going to force the Guardian Angel out. Just to save his life.
I'm really confused. Why did Ush...
Yeah, did he have a repel?
Yeah, he diffusal it off of himself. I'm confused.
How did he end up with a repel and then he took it off himself?
He took it off himself with diffusal because he probably...
Maybe Whitebeard got confused and saw the name Ush and repelled him? I don't really know. That was a bit awkward even while I was saying what the hell. It's not going to stop. Brax is moving in. He's got RP. He's going to see Zeus, but they should try to get a hold of Ush if possible. Ush goes up, trying to TP, gets out. So that's probably for the better. Way too not going to be so lucky. He quickly goes down. No RP was needed for it. And meanwhile, NaviUS do take the tier 1 mid lane. So they don't lose their core Ush. They do hand over the support instead. But yeah, they get the tier 1, and it's not too shabby of a trade right there for NaviUS, I have to say.
Yeah, good trade for them. I think they should be pushing out mid lane and bot lane and then going for this bot tier 1 tower, maybe warding up the jungle and then preparing for Roshan. Because I think Roshan at this point is still completely free. I don't think they have the tools right now to contest Roshan.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a semi-farmed Mirana.
Guardian Angel is down, so they might need to wait for something like that.
Yeah, they'll probably wait for GA, but I still think you can... I think you could get the tier 1 bottom even without GA. Oh, and it looks like they're just gonna go into Rosh.
Yeah. Mike has his blink,
they have
so
no wards.
Gets himself in.
I mean, this is a bit risky. I know they did it with... Like, there's no way that
neither team
NaviUS could have seen it. I know. There's actually quite a large lack of wards on this side of the map.
Yeah, there is. Wow,
I think actually if you ward up here, you can actually... Oh. Man, PA... I just realized something. PA is like really disgustingly broken for Roshan. Because even if you ward up here, and then let's say Furion TPs into the Rosh pit,
yep.
Even if you're here and you blink into Rosh, the ward doesn't see you on the minimap. Unless someone has their camera at the Rosh pit at the time that you blink in, it's actually completely undetected even if you have that warded.
Interesting.
So apparently PA the new Rosh sneaker. Because even if you have it warded, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, they use that cheeky little play to get in there. They get it done. She holds the Aegis now. Pushing in top lane. They're going to use the Stampede. Even a leap committed, but he still gets caught by the arrow on the ass of Magnus. But he gets slept by Ush. Or, sorry, by Fluff. And Fluff is doing the longest Fiend's Crypt from the side. And that will stop them from pursuing Brax and instead turn their sights towards them. And he manages to take out Way2 with the big brain sap. Very nice for Fluff right there. Big play. And the RP gets on Ush, who's orchided. He might go down. Leaps away at the last second. The orchid comes off. Right click. Bottles up and saves himself. Gets out from that. Very sticky situation. And, well, Nyx are only going to be able to take down the Zeus once more. Back and forth we go. A nice save there from Fluff. And Ush gets away from the skin of his teeth.
Good play all around from everyone in that situation. I mean, except for Snake King's unfortunate blink into the trees. I'm not sure how he ended up there, but...
Well, Fluff does end up going down.
Fluff was able to sleep the Mirana and then grip the... Sorry, I thought there was going to be an arrow mid. And then he was able to grip the Zeus. And then Ush barely lives by orchiding off the... I mean, diffusing the orchid off of himself.
Brax is able to skewer away, though. Close. But, yeah, that was a great play. Man, the range on Fiend's Grip can be so deceptive. I couldn't even figure out where he was. It was just so long. I had to look way over to the side to see he was just lingering in the trees. But
it's like based off where you cast it or whatever.
Yeah. I love how you're like, great plays all around, except for Snake King.
Well, I mean, he did blink into the trees.
Derped himself into a tree.
I don't actually know what happened. How did he even get there? Like, maybe he was force staffed by someone, but that was really confusing. No one had a force staff there, right? Because Mag force staffed himself, and Centaur didn't have his force yet, did he?
No. No. Oh, he does. I don't know if he had it at that time.
I mean, he does now, but I don't think he had it before.
No. Certainly not. Mike comes in from behind here. Korok's in this top lane. Could be in a bit of trouble here. Brax has got a blink and an RP in 5 seconds. Mike, oh, whoa! See you later! That quick finger right there from the Swole Man, Korok, able to get away from the Orchid that was about to come out from Mike.
I think he actually got Orchided.
Oh, really?
Nice game, Volvo.
Oh, by the time I got a hold of Korok, I didn't see it.
You end up in your base. How does that work? He actually got Orchided. And then he was still able to fire Remnant.
Let me see where
the Orchid was on cooldown. He got it off, but he... I mean, you aren't targetable during...
The Remnant, yeah.
During Remnants, and it's instant cast, so I don't understand why he was able to get it off, actually.
Double damage.
Volvo, please. I wonder if Mike's probably pretty heated about that, I'm sure. I can taste it in the air. Probably pretty parched.
It's like those times when you're in your base hexed or something.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is
DD,
under attack.
TC. Easy work of this tier 2.
TC's
Waits out, gets the last hit,
Radiant's
and the
tower
empower
has
as well.
fallen.
Jesus Christ, he's hitting for 372 damage right now. Without the crit going off, which is level 2. You see one happen right there, and that poor little creep. Oh, here we go. Korok trying to wave clear. TC commits, wants to get hold of Fog, and does get him. Korok also caught out, pushed all the way back, and he gets blown the hell up. TC with a double kill. They take down 2, and they're like, let's just go ahead and go to town here on this tier 3.
Korok just bought an item, so he has no buyback.
Oh boy,
He
committed. He's going for defusal as well, so I guess we'll find out how it works. But they could get the racks here. It's more on Ush to try to clear out these waves quickly, but now Ush, under pressure, forced to leap away. Oh man, he's real low. And TC gets himself asleep. Repel does come in.
He didn't get the GA because he was asleep.
Radiant structures are
It's really unfortunate for him.
Oh yeah, that
I
went
mean,
off.
I don't think it matters, but...
Oh, skewer, blink, not going to happen. Wow, wave 2, burst down TC, expending the Aegis. Ush cleans out and takes down Brax. They take down the tier 3, but they can't go for the racks just yet. Fog now back from the dead, moves on throw, slows them up, and Omni Knight also to fall right there. Buyback from SNA. Wait.
What?
Wait, what? Why did he? Oh well, I guess he wants to save it for this. No, he still doesn't do it yet. Fakes once, fakes twice. Once TC. Double edge for the kill right there. If he wasn't even going to use it though, he could have stopped the other TP. Oh, there he goes. He gets it on Mike. He takes him down. Wow, making 4 all day. NaviUS do lose their tier 3, but they come back and they grab a hold of 4 of the Nyx Assassin Squad. Make it 5 if you count the first life of TC.
Yep. Really good fight by NaviUS. Nyx just overstayed just slightly too long. And I really, like I said earlier, if PA had a Lincoln Sphere instead of a Black King bar, they wouldn't be able to do anything. He would basically have a BKB that is on a 14-second cooldown with a 12-second duration the entire game, and there would be absolutely nothing that NaviUS could do about it, unless they bought 2 Defusal Blades, which I think works if you have 2 Defusal Blades.
So they're making a push here on the top lane. Also, I'm now getting the information. Actually, Mike had orchided a creep, not Ember. Sorry you missed that. And by the way, chat wants me to let you and me know we're both retards about it, so, you know.
I'm fine with being a retard.
Yeah, me too. It's alright. Not like I haven't heard that every single day I cast. Unmerciful Twitch chat, please. Take it easy. Oh, side by side, Brax and Centaur. Snake King sees that, quickly blinks out and gets away. And
Dire's middle tower
rides himself on home. But the deny is going to come out there on the mid tier 2 tower for Nyx Assassins, taking away that bit of extra gold. Still a little bit now in the pocket. Moonlight Shadow actually going to be used right here. It looks like they're going to use it to scavenge and scout out near the Roche pit. Not going to find anyone. They're even checking out the side to see if they can catch Mike somewhere hiding, but he's a little further up to the north. And Whitebeard's here at the top lane. He's going for Agnes.
Looks like TC's working on a Titanic.
Certainly is. He's got the Reaver already available to go.
And I think NaviUS was anticipating a Lincoln's because Korok is also making a Defusal, unless they just want to have enough charges. So that when, let's say Potom runs out of all his Defusal 1 charges and then buys a Defusal 2 and runs out of all those, you can't just buy a recipe to refresh, so you have to just buy a whole new Defusal Blade. So they're just preemptively buying another Defusal Blade on Korok, and I was told that it does work with Sleight of Fist, so...
Alright, so there you go.
Not the worst item, actually. In fact, since it works with that, I wonder if it's actually a good item on this hero. Because if you think about it, the level 1 Defusal Blade, your attacks will burn 25 mana from every hero. So if you hit 5 heroes, That's an additional 25 damage to every hero, right? And then you also get the 20 agility, which is another 20 damage. So it's 45 damage. I mean, honestly, compared to a Battle Fury, it's not that much less, and I think
Yeah.
costs less as well.
I mean, he still has the Battle Fury. Maybe just a bit of pickup instead of something like the Daedalus with the extra bit of crit for that Sleight of Fist. So I can understand. Obviously, going to be more situational grab for now. It's not every day we're going to be seeing still an Ember Diffusal blade, but he's going to put to use right now, and we'll see how much it works to their benefit. More often, just kind of taking advantage of that purge ability to remove the excessive repel that could be coming out from this Omni Knight, especially on someone like TC. Though TC does still have BKB.
He can also purge the Orchid on himself.
Yep.
He gets Orchided up by the Nature's Prophet, which has been killing him all game.
And now it looks like the NaviUS squad trying to make a bounce back here. The net worth deficit only a little over 5k. Well, Ush gets a kill somewhere and quickly takes out Omni Knight top lane. Brax looking to fight back, moves forward, uses the RP, skewers back Ush, but Ush don't care about that. Still at full life. Pushing on through, maybe he can grab another, but runs right into TC. TC hoping for a crit. Manta's going to be there to remove the slow. He will be able to hopefully leap to the low ground. Nope, he leaps across instead of the trees to the west side and is able to get away.
Yep. And if we take a look at the gold graph, now we're leading by about 10,000, and now it's 5,000 after the failed top push, and the experience is now in the way of NaviUS.
Dang it. Well, I was looking at that chart. Mike gets himself caught out at the bottom.
It's basically what we just talked about. He diffuseled himself when he got Orchided, I believe, and then he just died.
His body line. That's where he died.
I'm not sure when Mike made that play. He could... I mean, he had a ward to see where the Ember was, but maybe he just didn't check the items. Or I could be retarded and he just got caught out there.
I don't know. I mean, are you a double retard, I guess?
Could be.
I'm like a quadruple captain retard at this point, but moving up is going to be way too sexy, grabbing a hold of that sexy bounty rune. Pulls on back, but I mean, it's not looking too shabby here for NaviUS. I mean, the ceiling for PA, I'd still have to say, is very, very high, but now with Korok, who could be bringing in more and more items, his farming potential is so big already with that Battle Fury. You know, he could become quite the nuisance down the road that even a PA would have trouble with. And now it looks like they pull out the Moonlight Shadow. They're hoping to scavenge and someone behind this tower, but I think they should be able to just take down this tower without a problem. So the Tier 1 finally going to be able to go down this side of NaviUS about 33 minutes in. They press on in.
I feel like earlier in this game, they could have just relied mostly on the pushing power of the Nature's Prophet and then just the raw power that Phantom Assassin was bringing, but now I think they're more reliant on
Zeus ultimates pop, so they see that they're doing Roche right now, and that prompts Korok to throw the Remnant on in.
About this. They're all top.
And Fluff is on...
They should trade 2 towers.
Yeah, Fluff is on scout duty with his smoke to see if he can catch where that Korok is. And they are going to try to go for a trade instead. Navi continue to push out the top lane, going for a tier 2 while they try to finish out Roche, which they will get, so they're not going to be contested. Korok's not going to do any kind of last minute move in. He does have a DD, however, but they're pushing real in for it. Committing a force staff, a blink forward, fakes out the RP once, grabs it the second time after the blink in, and the Fiend's Grip as well going to be committed for this one, plus the Orchid. Slaughter right there on Korok to take him down while Navi do clean out that second tower. So it does become a pretty nice trade there for the sneaky Nyx Assassins, not only benefiting from grabbing the Roche, but also that prized core pickoff on Korok.
Yeah, good pickoff. Good, excellent RP. He did the little trick where you can RP and then turn yourself around at the same time. But RP is the opposite direction, and then you can just skewer.
And oh man.
And it looks like Snake King is going to be working on his own BKB. Ush picks up his Diffusal 2.
And
probably going to be going into, I would say, either a crit. Okay, never mind. He's going to go MKB next item, I imagine.
Yeah, I would too.
You
got to be able to break through that evasion on PA.
I would say it's either that or a Butterfly. But I imagine it'll be MKB. And Way 2 actually picks up an Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah,
did he have
got
that?
the Aghanims. That's a global GA if needed. Huge grab.
Yeah, they have an Ags on Zeus and Omni Knight.
Oh yeah.
I don't know when Zeus picked that up.
I don't either. Way2's got it done, and he must have had it for a while because he has nearly 1,600 gold also on reserve. In case he wants
Quark's
to do
working
the,
on a BKB. I mean, this is not something that you want to be building on Ember Spirit. I mean, BKBs, diffusals... Maybe this just wasn't an Ember Spirit game, and they picked it so early in the draft.
They did.
Maybe they're paying the price for picking this hero so early.
Nyx Assassins looking to break down. They're going to jump on through, try to get Snake King. TC, though, with that Aegis, confident as ever, moving on in with the power of that Empower and laying it in onto these racks already. It's going to force them to pull out the Glyph. They're going to need everyone over here on Na'Vi to pull out a strong defense if they don't want to lose an early set of racks right now, but the damage keeps coming. Mike is laying it on with the Treants by his side. Omni's behind with still Guardian Angel ready to go, which, mind you, can be purged off, so they pull out the Stampede. They're trying to at least take down TC's life. Uh-oh. Jump back, though. Brax pulls out the RP, but he's not going to get a hold of Korok, who quickly jumps back, so RP is taken down to catch no one. But Rax still very, very low. TC committed to try to finish it off. His first life will fall here. Evades out that one last
attempt. They can still
attempt.
get the Rex.
But they'll still be able to... Yeah, Brax gets one. TC looking to finish the other. And will even commit the BKB TP out. Meanwhile, they blink on forward. They want to get a hold of anyone else they can on Nyx Assassins. Whitebeard, he knows he's done. He's just going to try to run them back and away from the rest of the team. Brax, though, nice skewer across. Should be able to TP out from this one. Arrow on
and they're
through.
Only going to lose Omni.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle
Fluff is going to make it off to a corner also to get away unless they blink on in. Arrow. Oh, it's not going to be there. He's on cooldown, unfortunately. And it looked like Snake King did not have a blink or Force Staff at the available moment to try to get that much further in. So, yeah, they only lose an Omni Knight and their Aegis to get a hold of 2 racks. Uh-oh, Mike. Blink, Stampede. How you doing? BKB's even used there from Snake King, but they finish him off.
Yeah, he had to BKB because he was orchided.
Yeah.
Couldn't have got the kill. But, I mean, it's really easy to say in hindsight, but I think Brax should have just held onto the RP. I mean, yes, had he gotten the RP onto Korok, it's basically like a game of reactions at that point. Can Korok react fast enough to the blink RP? And he did. So then, but if he had died there, they might have gotten 2 racks. So maybe a worthwhile play. But I think had he just saved the RP, they would have lost no heroes. They could have just backed off safely after getting the racks. But you know, went for like a high risk, high reward play.
Or maybe like a
Didn't
fake
pay off
back.
in the end.
Yeah, a bigger fake back. But Abyssal now going to be complete. TC very farmed up right now. Abyssal, Satanic, BKB.
Oh, he has Abyssal now.
At 8 seconds. Yeah, he's
Can you
a hard hitting female. Uh-oh. Ush gets caught out. RP. Skewers back. Ush is done. He gets caught out very easily.
Can you defusal Abyssal? I think you can defusal Abyssal Blade, right? So, and they have 2 defusal blades, so they can just defusal whoever gets Abyssal.
Yeah, but they even had Fiend's Grip. I mean, it used a split second, but it was used regardless.
I'm just like on the base defenses. I mean, Ush was completely dead there, but
yeah, yeah, it can. I'm sure it would. I don't see why not. Moving on through, they're gonna get a hold of this tier 2, and NaviUS, who had almost reclaimed an even net worth, even after that Rax.
Mike almost says that he has his BKB too. He's flying out on the courier.
Nice grab though. If this gets hairy, he will have no buyback.
Yeah, and it looks like Ush is gonna go for that MKB as he's sitting on a Demon Edge.
Yeah, doesn't want to have to buy back if not necessary. Korok's gonna clear out these waves as much as possible. Who now has his own BKB. Shiny new, 10 seconds. But they are going to pull back. All right, so Nyx Assassin's not going to commit too much to get a hold of that tier 2 tower. They have a tier 2 on the bottom they can go for next, which might be up on the docket here as they rotate all the way down to the bottom, taking out with some of the farm on the way over. BKB's of abundance here. That leaves Whitebeard with, not Whitebeard, Way Too Sexy. I say Whitebeard because he played Zeus last time, actually, now that I remember. But Way Too Sexy with not a lot of options as far as damage output. The more BKBs that start coming up here for the Nyx Assassins. And that's a bit unfortunate for him, but they definitely need Ush to build up more damage. And MKB getting pretty close, but does he reserve a bit of money, though, for a buyback? He might need to.
Yeah, and I think SNA are perfectly fine with and content with taking this late game. I mean, if you just look at Korok's items, he's not really itemizing for the late game scary Ember that we're all used to seeing. I mean, he has 2 defensive items and then a Battle Fury. No crits. You know, I mean,
Radiant's
he's just not
bottom
outputting that
tower
much
is under
damage right now.
attack.
And honestly, what can he even buy? He can't really sell either of these items. There's no way he's going to be selling his Diffusal Blade or BKB in the near future. So he's probably going to work on a crit next, but are you really that scared of a crit Battle Fury, only singular Battle Fury Ember when you have
Oh man,
Omni
he might have to
Knight?
test his quick reactions here on the bottom. They're rotating in, and he doesn't even risk it. He just quickly pulls back. Right call to make. Doesn't want to risk anything. And Brax had also completed his refresher, but as far as mana availability, he can do
Radiant's
2
bottom
ults,
tower
but
is
not
under
much
attack.
else. So he's relying on the arcanes, I suppose, from Whitebeard.
If he's on int treads, yeah, it's really close actually.
Yeah, I mean, don't expect like a potential skewer or shockwave to follow up or be there prior. And if he gets hit a couple of times from a
Radiant's
diffusal
bottom
as well,
tower is under
he might
attack.
not be able to get the full combo off.
Fear not, Harris.
They take the tier 2 on bottom, so
Radiant's
now
bottom
all
tower
outer
has
towers
fallen.
taken out from NaviUS, plus the 2 racks there at the top lane, which they have pushed pretty far forward. So it's not getting a lot of added pressure, but they could be waiting out now at this point for the sneaky Nyx assassins for the next Roche to come up, get a secured Aegis, and then maybe go for another lane of racks.
And Ush just finished his MKB. So that is definitely important for the next fights. He won't be missing on this PA anymore.
Yep, but he needs to farm a buyback now. They might know that too on the Nyx assassin side, seeing him pick that up right now.
But it's just so hard to fight into SNA's heroes right now. They have double RP BA with 3 BKBs and repel on someone.
Oh man, Way 2's outside the front gate, and the sharks are swimming. They got the smoke out. They're looking to make a bite, and it could be on mid lane here where you got 3. A DD Korok though, which is pretty fresh. Meanwhile, they make the jump in. They get a hold of Snake King here, committing one of the RPs for it. He actually gets a 4-staff away. Double 4-staff gets him on out. The urn was on him. It's bringing him pretty low, but he BKBs the rest of it off just to be safe. Moonlight Shadow going to be popped. They're going for a counter initiation here potentially, and they use the Stampede as well. Korok moves on in, sees TC. Yep, pops the BKB, and now moving on in. Whoa, RP not going to be called right there. Kind of fakes it for now, and Brax also commits his BKB. That DD is about to expire, and he moves on
Korok has to
through.
be really careful not to get RP'd. Oh, instantly die.
Fluff is on the high ground. Did he use it there? He did. That RP not going to get a lot done, but they still take out Korok regardless. Fluff dies from the high ground. That Fogged Ultimate going to work right now on TC, and he takes him down. Nice grab right there. TC does have a buyback available. Brax is still on the run to get away from this, while Mike has been pushing down the top lane. Racks are not there anymore, but he's just trying to add what looks like pressure into the base to pull the rest of NaviUS back, but they get a big pickoff, plus Roche is up.
Just what are you hiding, Rashawn?
Unfortunate that he missed the RP. I think his blink got cancelled. So he tried to blink and then RP and then basically just the whiffed RP.
Yeah, unfortunately, that RP not going to come out. The first one was used to try to get a hold of SNA, and they couldn't even take down the Centaur. He got away with the double 4-staff, and, well, he even had to pull out his own BKB, which is now at 8 seconds to remove the urn charge, it looked like, just to be safe. But he lives, and it was enough for them to get that Stampede to catch on up, so it's well worth it to them as they take down the prize TC along with the Fluff. But still.
Yeah, Ember died in the process, though, so
yeah,
not the worst trade.
And because of that
And
push
they didn't
top
lose
lane
Mike.
for Mike, they can't do Roche, it looks like.
Take us.
They're gonna Moonlight Shadow.
Ooh, they're pinging up above the high ground.
Not sure.
Oh, they
this
put
is
out a
what-
sentry. They're going to see it. They're trading off sleep here to get everyone out, and they'll even zone back.
They didn't know. They didn't know how many people were here. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I think they would have just gone.
One RP is about to be back up right now for Brax.
Unlucky
As, that blink is going to avoid the dagger, but they're not letting up yet.
I wonder if
puts
they
down a
can just
sentry.
walk into Roche.
Yeah, I think they are. They put that sentry down to make sure there's no vision nearby. They're not going to see any. Treants move in, scout out Roche, and it looks like NaviUS are pulling their own flank play. Wow, look at this. They've called on the map. They're going to go up and around from behind, and they're going to see Whitebeard. There's the ping out. They might be in trouble here. They're trying to use the illusions. Jumping on in is going to be SNA, but they pull out the repel and Fluff, but it's not going to be enough. He could fall here. He does sleep himself, and Guardian Angel's also used. Jumping on in. Nice RP, though. Catches on 2. Big prize, though, getting a hold of Ush. Ush is able to live and get out.
No.
Way too not enough. Ush is able to TP on away. But it's a 1-for-1.
Drax canceled his auto.
Oh,
And
man.
Ush lives. They still get a 3-for-1, but I think they could have also killed the bottom. But no, I'm sure they're perfectly fine with that. Now they're gonna just get the Roshan for free. Aegis and Cheese.
Man, oh man. Now they're able to
That was a
easily
really
take
good
down
idea,
this
though.
Roche.
And had he had a refresher, I think all of them would have died.
Yeah, certainly.
Wasn't available.
Regardless, though, they do benefit from a good team fight, which looked like a nice flank play coming out from NaviUS. Unfortunately, Brack's not involved, so he was able to make the big play to jump back and lock
I
NaviUS
think they
in their
should
place.
give the
but-
cheese to Brax.
Oh man,
Since
Snake
he doesn't
King.
have enough mana.
Snake King might be in trouble. They blink in, they use the RP and the Abyssal, lock him in place, burst him down, he's done. He does have buyback.
Yeah, he
but-
does, fortunately
still.
for them. Thinking, I mean, Ember has buyback as well. They might need Ember to buy back. This tower's gonna take a lot of damage if he doesn't.
man.
Radiant's bottom
They
tower
do have
is
Glyph
under
to try to slow it down a bit. Moonlight Shadow's popped. Arrow will not catch. Treon's going to eat it instead. TC eats a bit of damage right there. Pushing in. Brax tried to do some sort of skewer play, but it's not going to catch right there. Instead, Ush eats a bit of extra damage. Steps back. Korok is going to be up. Does not need to pull out the buyback, rather. But they lose their tier 3, and now their racks being opened up.
I mean, he needs to buy back.
And Snake King can't buy back anymore. Did he just buy something? He can't buy back anymore. Oh well. They're going to try to fight without him now, but Korok going to get taken down. He's out for good.
What did he buy?
Big damage coming out from TC. And they also managed to take down Crystal Maiden, who also has
He
no
bought a
buyback.
Reaver.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
How do you buy your
Snake King
bases
bought a
with
Reaver
this?
and couldn't
Yeah.
buy back?
Attack.
Oh
Yeah.
boy,
Radiant
that's
structures are fortified.
a misplay.
They're gonna get megas.
Oh man, now without and Ush gets caught
Yeah,
out,
game's
taken
over.
down. He does buy back, but they call good game.
Best game.
So the Nyx Assassins take it to Team NaviUS and get the job done with Brax now on their side, taking against Ush, their former teammate, in this potential grudge match. Very nice plays coming out from Sneaky Nyx Assassins. There was a small opportunity for NaviUS to take the game back, but regardless, it was pretty much theirs from top to bottom. Big plays
Yeah, I'd
coming
say
out from them.
I'd say Fluff is the MVP of this game. His early movement was really solid.
Yeah.
You know, they got some kills in the mid lane, the top lane, and then his play to like sleep in Nightmare the Zeus in top lane was really solid.
Plus
I
the
definitely
draft
think
they
he
put
played
together.
A really good game.
The draft they put together
Yep.
was pretty nice, and NaviUS's draft kind of ended up falling off quite a bit. They had to, what looked like they clearly made some audible changes to what they initially had planned, and they had to start going for new item builds. Getting hold of diffusals is a bit out of the ordinary for some of those heroes that could have had a lot more going for them, and clearly it was crippling enough. So, who's to
Yeah,
really
it just
say
didn't
which team
seem
now?
like- It didn't seem like they didn't have an answer for this Omni Mag PA combination where they just dump all this buffs onto PA and then they can't deal with the hero anymore.
No, certainly not. So big props right there to the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They definitely needed the win more so. I mean, they were currently sporting a 2-3 record that puts them up to 3-3, tied with Root Gaming. NaviUS are now going to fall to 3-2. Still looking pretty good, but they definitely would love to be able to really secure a spot in that top 4, as long as most of the teams as well. So that was only our second best of 1 for today. We got 3 more to go. Next game up that's going to be happening right here on this channel is going to be Team Not Today taking on Root Gaming. That's going to be coming up in just a hot second. We appreciate you coming by, hanging out, and showing your support. I know there's a lot of awesome Dota happening. I think Starlighter actually just ended, but still, appreciate you coming on by. Joining me has been F4L. Catch him over on his Twitter at F4L Dota. Myself at Coddle Guy. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. Thank you very much.